Hey y'all, it's your girl Shay Cherie. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I am showing you how to make this beautiful wire wrapped lock jewelry set. Let's get into the materials and I'll show you how to make it. The materials needed are 2 pieces of 20 gauge wire, 6 inches each, 2 pieces of 24 gauge wire, 12 inches each, 7 6mm beads, a jump ring, and a charm of your choice. You'll also need flush cutter pliers, chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, and a quilting needle. Take 1 piece of your 20 gauge wire and make a loop at the end. Next, you'll grab both pieces of the 24 gauge wire and thread them through the loop you just made. Position your main wire at the halfway point and fold over the 24 gauge wire. Next, we're going to add your first bead to the main wire. Now we start the wrapping. So you're going to have to hold the first bead in place and also use your index finger as leverage to hold the wire that you're wrapping where you want it to wrap. You don't want it to go too far around the bead. So what we're doing is wrapping the first piece of 24 gauge wire, wrap it around the back of your main wire, and then fold it over to the front, all while holding that first bead in place. And then you're going to repeat that with the other side. Wrap it around the back of the wire and fold it over to the front. We'll add our second bead and continue that same wrapping pattern. As you're wrapping the wires around the back and folding them to the front, you're using your index finger to keep the wire on the side of the bead and not fully around the back of the bead. When your last bead is loaded, you're going to fold over the main wire of your piece. Then you want to cut off the excess, but leave yourself enough room to make a top loop. Then you're going to wrap the 24 gauge wire around the base of that loop a couple of times. Go ahead and decide where the back of your piece is going to be, and then you're going to trim the excess wire. Once you trim the wire, make sure you take your chain nose pliers and tuck in the ends so that they're not snagging anybody's hair. And do the same with the other side. Wrap it around a couple times, trim the ends, tuck them in. Now take your other piece of 6-inch 20 gauge wire and again make a loop at one end. You can do the next part now or later. I chose to do it now. I'm just bending the loop so that it signifies where it's going to hang down from the coil. Grab your quilting needle or quilting hook. Luckily this has an indentation in it, or indentation, and you can hold your loop against that and then wrap around the wire of your hook. If you don't have a quilting hook, you can use a pencil, pen, Sharpie, whatever's close to the thickness of your locks or braids. And you're just going to wrap that wire around until you have a little bit of excess at the end. Straighten out how your loop is hanging if you need to. Then I'm going to move the coil to the top of the crochet hook or quilting hook. I want to be able to make the loop at the top while holding the shape of the coil. Next, we're going to attach our coil to our beaded piece. So you'll just take the bottom loop of your coil and open it up and slide on the loop of your beaded piece. Close it back up and straighten it out if you need. This last step is optional as well. The piece is finished as is, but I'm going to use a jump ring and attach a charm to the bottom of it. You can repeat all these steps for as many pieces as you'd like, whether that be a 3-piece set, 5-piece set, however you want to do it. This pattern can also be used to create a bracelet as well. That's where I got the inspiration from. But here you have it. This is how you do the wire wrapped beaded lock jewelry set. Let me know below if you have any comments, and of course, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.